Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Here we are. We've got matching Harry Potter cups. And talking about Harry Potter, you did a Harry Potter quiz last night.
I did. It was good fun.
It was very fun.
I sorted everyone into houses before the quiz began. So everyone gave me their team name and then I sorted those teams into the 4 houses. I made sure we had a multiple of 4 playing, so we had 12 people playing. So that meant I could evenly split everyone into the houses.
Yeah, it's very good.
Which is really good.
And we watched Thor last night.
We did watch Thor.
What did you think of it?
It's my least favourite so far.
Really?
Yeah, I like Thor. But I don't know, there's just something about... I wasn't a massive fan of the relationship between him and Jane.
Yeah.
Because I felt like she just went a bit gooey-eyed at the fact that he's very good looking straight away. And I just wasn't a massive fan of how outlandish Asgard looked.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It just it looked very fake.
Yeah.
And I know it is fake, but there's ways to make things that aren't fake look real and believable. I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, especially because it's one of the Marvel films that I've seen the least. So I had fun watching it again. I'm a much bigger fan of Captain America and Captain Marvel and Iron Man.
Yeah, they're very good films. Well, that's our Marvel talk for the day. Anyway, moving on with pressing matters. I spoke to my mum yesterday and we were chatting about stuff and things, and as you do. And my mum said this before to me. She said, "You're living my dream," because she wanted to be an actress, but it never materialised. And on that note, I'm thinking, did your parents influence your dreams?
Oh, I think because I'm the youngest of 2, and Tom was already doing what I then decided I wanted to do, I feel like Tom very much influenced my dreams of the future. And I guess they influenced my dreams in the sense that my dad's very musical, he plays guitar and he sings, and my mum's a massive fan of musical theatre. So we always had music in the house. That was always a thing.
Yeah.
I was never going to grow up not loving music and musicals, regardless of whether I went into it as a profession or not. But I don't think my mum ever wanted to be on stage or in, we can't even take pictures of my mum.
Yeah.
She just doesn't like being centre of attention or in the spotlight or in front of a camera lens at all. So I don't think mum did. But my dad had a band that he used to go around pubs and clubs and YMCAs and play with.
Yeah.
And when my brother he played Wembley a few times, but there was one time when he got my dad to go up and play a song with him, which was really, really cool. But it was so much fun because all our family that we were sat with, my dad was sat with us at the beginning of the concert and then disappears to go to the loo, and then all of a sudden was on stage. And of course me and my mum knew about it, but the rest of my family were like, "What the hell's going on? Your dad's on stage, this is mad."
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
So you would say that they did influence you?
Not in a way not like dance mums, where it's this was my dream, so you're gonna live it for me. It was more just, they enjoyed music and they loved musical theatre.
Yeah.
So I was always going to grow up loving those things, regardless of whether it became my profession or not. But it just so happened that I loved them so much that it did become my profession.
When was it? At what age were you I want to be an actress?
I don't remember not wanting to be an actress.
Yeah.
I had dreams of being an archaeologist at one point, just because I loved Indiana Jones. But I was 5 or 6 then. Even around then, performing was my thing. I just loved it so much. I don't think there were any questions that was what I was going to at least try and become.
Yeah.
What about you? I know your mum said that you're living her dream. Do you think she influenced that?
So she ran an amateur dramatics group from the ages from my age, I probably was about 4 when it started and about 10 when it ended. I think it went for about 6 years. But for those 6 years of my life, because she ran it and she was chairman and director and everything, I come downstairs, late at night, got to school the next day or whatever, but I'd come downstairs and get a glass of water or something, and there'd be loads of people in the living room painting set. You right all? Yeah, like these like people would be around or like going through scripts or
Yeah.
it was just around like or costumes in my living room. It was just my life, and I didn't really have a choice. But it was it was good. It was great. Like because then I would get involved in the shows. Like I started off being. They used to call me the plant in the audience because I was so young, I couldn't be in it. But I'd be in rehearsals, just watching all the time. There's one time in Cinderella where the prince was like, you know, the shoe breaks or something, or you can't get the other shoe.
Oh yeah, the stepmother breaks the shoe.
Breaks the shoe, that's it. And so the prince at the time was like, what am I gonna do? And I'm like 4, 5, and like full audience watching the show, and I'm like, try the other shoe, because I've seen it so many times. And everyone started laughing in the audience because this little kid was like, try the other shoe.
Aww.
So that happened. So anyway, yeah, so it massively influenced me, I would say, but then I found like my own path. Because even then, I wasn't sure that's what I 100% wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I did that for like 6 years of my life, was just like theatre, like in my house. And like after school and stuff, going to like rehearsals. Then I did Joseph in year 6. 5-star reviews, thank you very much. And yeah, so it wasn't until later that I wanted to be a footballer for a while. It was probably around about 17, 18. I was like, right, this is what I'm gonna give this a go now. But yeah, I would say they massively influenced me. My dad, not so much. Like my dad loves like musicals and music and stuff, but he's not an actor or a singer or anything. Wouldn't say influenced me there. If I became a footballer, then it'd be like the opposite thing. I'd my dad proper like, because my dad taught me how to play football a lot.
Yeah.
So and my dad drove me to the games. There's a really good like example of like how my mum was involved in the acting side of my life and my dad in the football side of my life. Because one time my mum came to a game, I was watching, I was playing, she's like meeting all the new parents because she never came, she's never watched really. She's like watching, trying to make small talk. She's like, oh, so is this team got a captain then? And they all looked at her because I was the captain.
Aww.
And she said to me afterwards, she was like, I wanted a hole to appear and swallow her up because she was so embarrassed. Because everyone looked at her and was like, your son's the captain of the football team. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I'd say they influenced me in my dreams.
Yeah, I think there's like a big difference between parents living vicariously through their children and making their children like live out their dreams regardless of what the child wants, and parents having an influence on their children in terms of they love music and so then their children grow up to love music.
Yeah.
There's like a very big difference.
That's exactly how it was for me. Like, it's only because my mum loves acting that I was sort of witness to that. I could see it.
Yeah.
Like, you can even tell, like, I wasn't pushed that much because I went off my own way. I did the acting as a kid. Obviously that just stopped organically because the group disbanded, like the amateur dramatics group, and then I didn't really find it until later on, and yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
What were their dreams? Your parents' dreams? Because I know my mum wanted to be an actress. My dad, I'm not too sure what his dream would be. Would your dad want to be in a band?
Yeah, I think my dad, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think my dad would have wanted to have been, like, have his band be, like, really successful.
Yeah.
I don't know about my mum.
Yeah.
My mum was an amazing artist. I've got some of her drawings. She did a drawing of me once, and it's, like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But my dad paints as well. My dad painted, there's a painting that my dad painted in the background. You might have seen it, my Madame Leota painting. My dad paints as well. They're, like, very creative, artistic people. Like, if you meet my parents and then you suddenly, like, it's funny because you suddenly discover what their, like, hobbies are and what their, like, side passions are, and you go, I understand how Tom and Carrie are your kids.
Yeah.
But my mum worked as a learning support teacher for kids with special needs at a school, and my dad was I was about to say the same thing. My dad worked in silver recovery at a Kodak factory, so he used to come home like his high-vis jacket, and like I remember his hands always being really dirty. And then he was a caretaker. He got made redundant when Kodak like went under. Yeah. And then he was a caretaker at a school for like 10 years. But it was for a long time. So when you hear like what their actual professions were compared to like what their hobbies are, like if you looked at just what their professions were, you'd be like, how have you got 2 kids that are in like musical theatre and in a band? Yeah. But then when you see what their hobbies are, and it's like painting and drawing and playing guitar and singing and stuff like that, and you go, I see the influence you had
Yeah.
behind the scenes. There's a lot of people who have this misconception that anyone who makes it into musical theatre or into even like film or TV came from like really wealthy backgrounds, because it is expensive to go to drama school, and it is an expensive career to follow. But then when you look at people like us, where my dad used to wear a high-vis jacket and drive a forklift for a living in a factory, and you come from a working class family.
I was so lucky actually thinking about it, because I was late to the game for starters.
Yeah.
Like, pretty late.
Which always feels like a disadvantage.
Yeah. Like
It feels like a disadvantage. It isn't necessarily.
Yeah.
It feels like a
Like I
disadvantage.
started dancing at like 17. Like, never danced before, ever. I wanted to be a footballer. Like, literally, I had no tap shoes. I had football.
Yeah.
I had football boots. I was. And so I started doing it at like 17. I did 3 years at sixth form college because I wanted to finish my performing arts, if you remember, because I took religious studies and wrote about Pokemon and dropped that. So I did 3 years, so then I was even like later. And luckily then I auditioned for drama schools, which is expensive. Like, I think they're like £50 a pop to audition. Just to audition. However, big up Liverpool Theatre School where I went, they scrapped their audition fees. So I applied for Arts Ed, Guildford, Mountview and Liverpool Theatre School. And I went to Mountview and Guildford first, got recalled at Mountview, didn't get anything at Guildford, literally got cut, which is really funny because I worked out when I was doing Cats, the MD for Cats, Francis, was ahead of singing at Guildford.
Oh my gosh.
And I said to him, was like, you cut me. So yeah, that was really weird. How weird's that?
That's so funny.
So yeah, I then auditioned for Liverpool Theatre School, and it was a really like intense audition because you have to bring your own solo dance, which is the most, I know, annoying thing. Yeah, they might not do it anymore, but when I did it, you have to do a solo dance. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've got some funny stories about that. So I did my solo dance, I think it was the West Side Story, which my sixth form college dance teacher helped me choreograph. And if I could look back, I bet we'd be so embarrassed. But anyway, I did it. Long story short, I got in with full funding.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I got a Dada, which is a Dance and Drama Award. Normally, it's about £9,000 a year, roughly, for a theatre school. So that was all paid for my 3 years. And because my parents had split up, and I come from a low income family, basically I got like money. I got like money to help me out, to pay my rent and stuff. So it was great.
That's amazing.
So there is ways around it.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Arts Ed in the end, by the way, because I got into Liverpool Theatre School, and my Arts Ed audition was like a couple of months down the line, and I was like, well, I've got full funding, I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I might have even got into Arts Ed, but I mean, it didn't really matter. That's a little story for you.
I think my brother was on a scholarship to Sylvia Young's when he went there.
Yeah.
Which obviously isn't like college, that's like year 7.
Yeah, that's secondary school.
Yeah, secondary school, so it's like, high school.
Because that was it actually, I do remember, because I got recalled from Mountview and went back to the recall, and then I didn't get in to the 3-year course. They offered me the foundation course. They're like, you can come and do the foundation course, we think you're good enough to be on that at least. But that was like, no.
Yeah.
That'd have been like £9,000, that'd have been like £10,000 or whatever it was.
It's mental.
Plus everything else, like living in London, so yeah. But yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah.
Right everyone, that's it for today. I like this topic.
Yeah, I've had fun talking about that.
And also, I feel like I'm going to revisit the dance audition I was talking about.
Yeah, you said you've got funny stories about that, and I think I need to hear them. I think
because also, when I was in school, I was like, I wasn't head boy, but I was like, I was good. People like me basically, and I would help out a lot. And the best thing to do on audition day, because you'd help out, would be to play the music for the solo dances, because then you'd get to see all the solo dances. And I did it for 2 years, and it was amazing. Like, yeah, obviously some people are just so good. Yeah. Some people are obviously singers and actors.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. So some great stories.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I guess I know this is your video, but I just want the takeaway from this video to be, it doesn't matter like where you come from or where you start, it's still possible to achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah, even talking like financially.
Yeah.
Or your surroundings. I feel like if you want to be in musical theatre and you feel like, but you've not been surrounded by that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you find your own way, it's great. Like,
Yeah.
You had music in your house from day one,
Yeah.
but I sort of did have it and then lost it, but then came back to it. So
Yeah.
I think you'll always find your way back.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
just want people to feel like it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible. It's possible. I'm living proof. You're living proof. You can do it. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, Ron.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Don't. I want to say like don't feel like you can't achieve your dreams.
That's a nice one.
Because you can do it. Bye.
Bye.